Good morning from Blackpool Pleasure Beach, and how good does it feel to say that? It's not quite the season yet, the season is a couple of weeks away, however it's season pass collection day, and thanks very much to Stevie for getting me a season pass for the 2019 season. So I'm going to go in there, in the ticket centre, where there seems to be quite a big queue of people waiting, but I'm going to go and grab my season pass. Also going to have a bit of a walk around the perimeter of the park and see if we can see anything from the outside while we're here. There's a stand there where they're giving it free cup of coffee or orange juice, which is pretty good. Keep me warm while I'm in the queue. And a stand over there with some leaflets and stuff, and Pleasure Beach Experience are over there as well, and we'll go and say hello to them in a bit. There we go, one Pleasure Beach Platinum Pass, which will be lots of nice rides for us this season. They did a good job on the photo. No. Tell you what I do need, some new sunglasses for the 2019 season, because at the very end of last season my lovely sunglasses broke, so now I'm stuck squinting in the sun, because it's nice and sunny here in Blackpool today, although it is pretty cold. We've had a bit of a cold snap recently, so this weather will do in a couple of weeks time when the Pleasure Beach opens, but maybe a couple of degrees warmer just so we don't get quite as cold faces on the big one. Just had a nice chat with Mike and Scott from Pleasure Beach Experience, good catching up with them, and I'm looking forward to the event in a couple of weeks time. And now having a little walk along the seafront as I try and not step in an icy puddle and fall over live on camera. And we'll show you guys what's going on with the new hotel construction while we're here. Tide's in at the moment, you can see the waves crashing up on the seawall here. Don't fancy going for a swim today. But I was saying that we've had a bit of a cold snap here recently in the UK. Those of you who aren't in the UK and aren't aware of this, you can see the snow on the hills off in the distance behind the South Pier and the Crazy Coaster, which we went on last year. They go right off in the distance, off towards Barrow, as the hills. I'll zoom back out again. Of course, we've got the big one here. Cannot wait to get back on the big one. Only 2 weeks to go, and we will be on the first public train of the year, going over there, which I'm really excited about. Really kick off the season in style. How many different roller coasters can you see in that shot? It's one of the great things about Pleasure Beach. Of course, we've got the big one in front here. We can see the Big Dipper. And we can see Icon, of course. And Avalanche over there. What else can we see? There's Infusion, just peeping out over the top. So many coasters packed into such a compact space. Underneath the big one's first drop is the new Boulevard Hotel, which is coming along really nicely now. Obviously we haven't seen it since the last day of the season in November, and it's looking like a proper building now. You can see we've got all the windows in there now. They're starting to fit out the interior from what I can see just about, and it's not too far off construction now. Maybe, I think, if I recall correctly, they've started taking bookings from May-ish, so not too far off. I'll be looking forward to seeing what it's like inside. Another view of the Boulevard Hotel, really coming along nicely, and the rooms around the back of there are going to have a fantastic view over onto the park itself. Wouldn't mind checking one of those out. Of course, you've got the existing hotel here, the Big Blue, and the bar and brasserie. There's the hotel. So I would imagine that there'll be some shared facilities. Perhaps the bar will be shared between the two hotels, but we'll have to wait and see until it opens, I guess. There's mid-course breaks on the big one, with the lift hill and first drop in the background. No ride testing going on just yet. I think we're probably another week or so maybe away from that. Probably the final week before the season goes, they'll get the coasters switched on and up and running, ready for the new season. It's a Nickelodeon Streak, formerly known as Rollercoaster. The first drop just over there, and it's a big favourite of mine actually. It's a good first ride of the day on a normal day at the Pleasure Beach, because they only run it on one train, so it's good to get on it before the queues build up. It's the arena and the Grand National, of course. What's your opinion on the Grand National? Personally, I still really enjoy it. It is a little bit of a bone shaker nowadays, but given its age, we can let it off with that, I think. Now, what is this thing? What on earth is this thing inside the arena car park? That's terrifying. I've always wondered, what are these things? Are they supposed to be just decorative, or what? They don't seem to serve any function. They've been here for years. What do you think? Let me know down in the comments. What are they actually supposed to be? Back onto the car park now, just before I get back in the car. I spotted there's still a few things out on the car park itself. Got this big grommet over there. A few shells from the big one's trains, which you can see there's no actual chassis on there at the moment, it's just the shell that sits on top of the train. Got some River Caves boats here, under shrink wrap for the time being. And look at that, there's one of the little red arrows that's on Skyforce. That's going to do it from Blackpool Pleasure Beach today. We'll be back here in a couple of weeks for opening day on the Pleasure Beach Experience event, and hopefully we'll see some of you guys there. Looking forward to saying hello to some people that we've met before and some that we haven't met before. It's going to be a good weekend, opening weekend at Blackpool. Really excited about it. Also excited to get back to some theme parks with Stevie. We've missed Stevie today. She's not here, of course, but she did buy me the season pass for Christmas, so thank you very much to my lovely Stevie. Gonna get back home to Stevie now, get nice and warm in the house, because it's been a bit of a chilly walk around there. I should have put my gloves on really, but then it's harder to work the buttons on the camera when you've got gloves on your hands, especially those big thick woolly gloves that keep your hands actually warm. So we'll leave it there. Hope you've enjoyed this video. Can't wait to start sharing some new theme park content a couple of weeks time. We're at the Pleasure Beach all weekend, so maybe a couple of weeks, and then in the week following that we'll have that nice theme park content for you. We'll see you there. Of course, we'll probably get some videos out in the meantime. I'm not sure what yet. We'll film something, put it out, as long as it's not rubbish. If it's rubbish, then you might have to wait until a couple of weeks time. Otherwise, we'll see you guys at the Pleasure Beach video, or maybe we'll see you at the Pleasure Beach itself if you're going. I'll shut up now anyway, I'm just rambling on about rubbish. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this video. If you're not already, make sure you hit that subscribe button to follow our adventures, and we will see you guys soon. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.